should have done this a long time ago. So I'm gonna destroy something that everyone loves because fuck it, I'm Batman.
DC Comics. Is the Joker just standing here in the street corner in his hideous Joker makeup in public? Or does he put that shit on sometime during the heist? This guy totally ducks, but the other guy still shoots where his head would have been if he hadn't ducked. The busts behind the Joker's bust did not notice the additional bust breaking the line and coming out of the huge gaping hole in the bank. Why does Batman keep meeting with Gordon on a rooftop so low that half the skyscrapers in town can see and photograph the meetings? Where is the tumbler busting in from? They're like 8 levels up in a parking garage. Why does the van stop the very second Batman makes impact?
Because he's Batman.
How the f*** is Batman supposed to have gotten into the vault without being seen? Is there a back door?
He's
Somewhere
Batman.
out there's a company making money selling useless frosted glass divider panels that don't provide security or actual room
That's
division.
kind of
This witness manages to get a gun into court in a major organized crime case and is also apparently just holding that in his lap in full view of the judge.
Basically, so Harvey Dent can punch him in the face. That's
Rachel's
the
all
only
turned
reason.
on by people trying to kill Harvey Dent, but wouldn't go out with Batman because of the same shit.
Well,
There
because
are no cameras in
he's
this
Harvey
room,
Dent.
but Lau can see
He's the
everything
mayor
anyway.
of the
Can you put the
Gotham
eraser
City.
end of a pencil through someone's head? I want Vsauce on this right now. Dutiful
That's just
guard
stupid.
shrugs off the fact that Lucius has a cell phone that should have been confiscated, and then shrugs off the fact that he thinks all black people look alike.
Oh no. Just like a submarine.
I was going to say bad. Communist China apparently has no rules about the airspace over Hong Kong, and any old smuggler plane can fly within 50
You
feet
need
of
to
buildings.
just
The
shut up.
Joker card had traces of your DNA on it.
Was
Do
it
not
semen?
destroy this movie.
I bet it
for
was
me.
semen. It can be said the characters Heath Ledger played during his career were Gyllenhaal a sexual.
So that's what
Look,
you're
I know he's
illusion?
Batman and everything, but he managed to make it past everyone, including the Joker's henchmen, without
Batman.
anyone seeing
He
it.
is
I guess
Batman.
having 4 screens of the same Joker
I
broadcast
don't
somehow
know
helps
that one.
Batman. Bruce
Can't
Wayne
help
has the technology to reconstruct fingerprints from a shattered bullet that went through a brick, so why hasn't he also invented time travel or a woman who has orgasms?
Now that's fun.
Joker's named you next.
Harvey has known Rachel is next since the daytime shooting, but waits until nighttime to tell her about it. Harvey Dent drove to this random spot to question this crazy guy, and Batman's been busy beating up Maroney, so how does he know where Dent is?
He's
His
Batman.
name's Schiff Thomas.
When did Batman have a chance
The world's greatest detective.
to find out who this crazy dude really was, since he was whisked away before anyone could question him?
He's the world's greatest detective.
Are you sure you want Rachel, Bruce? She doesn't even look like she did in the first movie.
True.
How does
Katie
the
Holmes
room
is
know that they're
amazing.
leaving? And it's kind of inconvenient that it becomes darker as you try to position yourself on this platform. Do they really need to go down
Fuck
to
that
lower
over
fifth?
there, that
Surely there are plenty of other ways to get to their destination.
I didn't
That's good
sign
enough.
up for this.
Tom Cruise.
Really? You are a SWAT officer!
That is
Batmobile clearly
We
landing
will-
on its
we will
back, but
replay
then
that,
instantly
'cause
up
that's
room
really
know
cool.
that they're leaving. And it's kind of inconvenient that it becomes darker as you try to position yourself on this platform. Do they really need to go down to lower fifth? Surely there are plenty of other ways to get to their destination.
I didn't sign up for this.
Really? You are a SWAT officer! Batmobile clearly landing on its back, but then instantly upright for the next shot.
Yeah,
How does the Joker know exactly which route the cops will take so that he's able to set up this helicopter trap? Batman blows away all these cars without knowing if anyone is in them. Gordon makes
Basically, because the kids are shooting at cars. And if you've watched The Taxi Driver, right? Taxi Driver? Are we doing it? Yeah. I don't think it's called that. I think it's just called Taxi Driver. There's a scene, at least I have the picture, of Robert De Niro's character pointing a gun in a movie theater. He doesn't actually have a gun, I think, in a movie theater later on. It happens in my book, but that's not what we're doing here. So therefore, it's all about kids and guns and them pretending to shoot at a car, but the cars blow up because Batman's coming. You guys really need to fucking work on your insults.
his death to protect his family, but how does he keep that a secret when there are so many corrupt cops on the payroll? He even manages to get on the SWAT team without anyone tipping off the Joker. And what did they tell his wife? Sorry, your husband has been shot, but you can't see the body because his face is so disfigured he looks like Gary Oldman?
See, I would never use that comparison, but that's interesting.
You do like to play
I love
this
serious
pretty close to the chest.
Wait, he never said that. That was Bruce that said that to Fox.
Some play this one pretty close to the chest.
You weren't even there.
Back from the dead?
Like I told you, I was playing this one close to the chest.
So you're gonna have to play my little game if you want to save one of them.
We're
Isn't
repeating
this
that
just the
because it's
decision the Riddler
amazing.
made Batman? I told you I was playing this one close to the chest.
So you're gonna have to play my little game if you want to save one of them.
Isn't this just the decision the Riddler made Batman make in Batman Forever, only on a larger scale?
True.
Talk me through what's going on with you.
Fucking relationships, man. Jeez. Joker's plan to break Lau out of prison requires him to be able to get rid of Batman and Gordon so that he can make a phone call and blow this dude and this prison up. There's simply no way the Joker could have known precisely when police would realize Dent was gone, when they would interrogate him about it, when Batman would join the questioning, and when things would escalate to a beating, meaning there's no way he could have had timers on the bombs for Rachel and Harvey that would be timed so perfectly for Batman just in that moment to have only enough time to rescue one of them.
Okay, how about I cut your dick off and feed it to your wife? You're right. Technically, you're right. But first of all, why do you hate this movie? It's amazing. I even read this stupid list of all the Batman actors, and I was basically told the best suit is the Dark Knight suit, which is, I'm sorry people, Christian Bale's Batman suit, you idiots. So, like, technically I can't argue this. I could say there was an inside man, but that one inside man would have to time Batman's arrival perfectly, which could work if the Joker was the Riddler, because the Riddler is the thinker. The Joker doesn't think. The scene when the Joker is being interrogated by Batman, the Joker doesn't know, unless we argue that by the time he's got to Rachel, he knows who Rachel is, which none of this is explained because it's Christopher Nolan. He likes to play things close to the chest. No, he likes to be in the dark. He's a very dark director, so everything is dark. And the reason Batman Begins was torn to shreds is because apparently it didn't follow Batman. Well, fuck you. Why does it have to follow Batman? Anyway, the point is, you're right. I mean, there's no way he could have timed it all perfectly unless he had an inside man watching Batman and timing it perfectly. Now, he would have had to have a lot of inside men, and knowing the Joker, he would kill everybody that's in part of his plan because he works alone, like Batman. Except Batman has the entire Gotham Police Department on his side. The Joker has nobody. Every time the Joker comes in contact with somebody, he kills them unless he needs them for his plan. Do I really look like a guy with a plan? Yeah, you do. But the point is, you're right. I mean, if we had an inside man that timed those bombs perfectly so Batman arrive and the bombs go off, that works. But why? Why would we do that? For cinematic value. That's the only reason.
Batman doesn't even know Rachel had this coin on her when she died, and somehow finds it in the rubble.
Oh, shut up. It's ruining this movie.
Wouldn't the ferry boat workers have noticed all these explosives during the rubble? Rachel had this coin on her when she died, but somehow finds it in the rubble. Wouldn't the ferry boat workers have noticed all these explosives during preparation before they left?
Yes.
Come on, if this were any other third-rate villain, Batman would be able to get out of this. Like,
Yes, but he's not. He's the Joker, one of the most iconic villains in Gotham history. See, I didn't say DC history, I said Gotham history, but probably is one of the biggest villains in DC history. Do you know what DC means? Detective Comics, not District of Columbia. I'm sorry. I thought that was an important fact. What was I talking? Right. Yes, of course. What's amazing is everything that Heath Ledger did to fight Christian Bale, to a certain degree, makes sense. I mean, he had the perfect opportunity to just kill him. Sorry, kill the Joker. But he didn't. But if he had killed the Joker, what would have happened? Like, what if Batman, like Michael Keaton, killed the Joker? The world would blow up. Metaphorically and probably psychologically and probably literally, but the last person that would smile would be me. But that's not what happened. Heath Ledger died, and we now have this iconic victim who apparently can't fit into Jared Leto's pants. So we have Jared Leto on the side, and we have Heath Ledger on a fucking pedestal that's higher than my ceiling. I get it, but I don't get it. You should read my books. You might want to sue me and put me in jail for what I'm telling DC Comics to not do.
Two-Face decides people's fates by the flip of a coin, so wouldn't it make sense that he goes last between Batman, Gordon's son, and himself?
Yeah, but he's Two-Face. He makes mistakes. He's an idiot. Harvey Dent is smart.
5 dead. 2 of them cops. I must never know what he did. 5 dead. 2 of them cops.
I count 3 people and 1 cop. He shot the cop from The Fugitive, and he only punched Ramirez, and he shot the driver of the car Maroni was in. So you see, it's not nearly as bad as you think.
You might die a hero, but live it long enough to see yourself become the villain. I am the Dark Knight. Thank you. Don't subscribe. I don't give a